Rice is on. Oh my God. People have to sit there, Anita.
Don't be surprised if I ask for the big.
What's happening?
I want the one that you want. Should I pretend that I'm speaking?
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Oh, is it?
Sorry.
Let's start, please.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Gold Diggers podcast. Yay! Woo! And I know you guys listened to the podcast last week, and you know that I rude on my own. Are you calling me a loser? Why are you calling me a loser?
No, we're Club L. We all lost.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. We are tuned in together on a Sunday. Chelsea haven't played yet, but I'm sitting amongst a couple losers. So losers, would you like to introduce yourselves?
You guys know who I am.
I rebuked that with my spirit. Like, I rebuked that. I'm not a loser. My team lost. I'm Philippa. Find me at Philippa Ackel on X.
Good evening. I'm Lauren. At Lauren Coys on all platforms.
Good evening indeed. And you know what?
But she's saying good evening like they're not going to beat her to a Champions League spot, but she's here working for Emery.
I don't
I'm
care.
so confused.
I actually don't
It's all
care.
about the big picture, Shay,
Exactly. I don't
The
business.
bigger picture that your club doesn't get Champions League football.
Champions League isn't a
Oh,
trophy.
so that's what we're doing.
I don't
Okay,
business.
okay, it's all right. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
like,
Hurt
it's
people.
calm.
Hurt people.
I think Arsenal can only hurt me today. I've been dead.
All right, so welcome back. God almighty. Shy, you okay?
No.
She's not.
Do you know what? Let's just get straight into it. What going for you?
Fuck Arteta. Let's start there.
Spicy words.
Welcome
Let's
to the
actually
episode.
start there. Do you know why every week I come here, when I do. Shy, why do you believe in Arteta? Shy, why are you saying give about Arsenal? Shy this, shy that, shy. And Arsenal have proven to be the same exact cowards that they were last season yet again. I am tired. Do you know, yeah? I walked from my house to the studio. It's not even summer yet, and I walked. And my head is still on Pluto.
I'm not going to tell you guys where Shy lives, but the walk isn't short.
Is it considerable? Yeah.
It is Uber distance.
And you know what's crazy? She got here on time. 8 o'clock on the dot. She was here.
Bro, okay. Let's actually try to unpack what happened. The first 45 minutes of football from Arsenal was exactly what I expected. We didn't take our chances. Trossard, for me, had the best chance of the half. That if you shoot that left or right to the goalkeeper, that's 1-0. Maybe the outcome of the game is different. But it's football. That didn't happen. We went in at half-time. It was 0-0. Emery, clearly, his team talk that he said to the Villa boys at half-time worked because once again, Arteta got his pants pulled down and his bum smacked by Unai Emery yet again. We saw it when he was the manager of Villarreal, and we've seen it again now that he's the manager of Villa. Oh my God, you know that meme on Twitter? Is it Tom and Jerry? Where he's just
Yes.
that was Arteta
Spanked.
today in the second half. And I think for me, it's just like, I'm not angry. I would say I'm disappointed. Because this is the third season in which Arsenal are trying to challenge for something. Like, the first time around, it was top 4. Last season, it was the title. This season, yet again, is the title. And I think, in comparison from last season to this season, we're one game off where City went top. Last week, game week 32 or 33, City went top. This week, they've done it a week earlier. This season, they've done it a week earlier. And it's just like, what the fuck did you learn, bro? Like, in all honesty, same mistakes time and time again. You moved Kai Havertz out of the 9 for fucking Samba boy who can barely stay fit that has 4 goals all season. What is the point? What was the point of Gabriel Jesus playing as a striker today? Can someone let me know? He's been shocking all season. He's been in and out of injury all season. But it's like, yeah, let's big brain the operation and let me change stuff. And he was completely ineffective. He done what Gabriel Jesus does. Tap, round the corner. Oh, there's a nice flick. Oh, there's a nice pirouette. Oh. In front of goal, bullshit. His chance. Go across goal. go across goal. Why are you trying to do this near post stuff? You ain't got that in your locker. Like, you're not that guy. I'm so sorry. You're not that guy. And then you can laugh if you want. It's fine. Like,
I'm like injecting.
I'm getting so angry thinking about the game. The substitution.
That was my thing. That was it for me.
The game was at 0-0. Okay, fair enough. Yes, Odegaard has played a lot of minutes. You took him off the pitch for what? I'm sure everyone that watched the game, he was our best player.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is he giving up?
Like,
Boy.
you're not playing. Like, at points in the game, I had to look at the score and I said, are Arsenal 4-0 up here the way we were playing? 55th minute till the end of the game, we got punished, and rightly so. And then let me not even get started on that fucking hooker that plays left back for my club. Oh my God, I am so tired. Everyone was talking about, oh, Pep, we'll take more of your scraps. Now you see why Pep sold them to us so willy-nilly, because the guy is a letdown. Yeah, there were so many times in the game Zinchenko got the ball. He had the opportunity. Take the ball down, take a touch, and find your teammate. No, let me try extravagant fucking F2 freestyle show, and he lost the ball every single time. I was so frustrated. And for me, it's like, I'm so over it, bro. At this point in time, Arsenal fans, it's now time to question, has Arteta hit his ceiling, bro? That's where I am. Like, has he hit his ceiling? If you keep crumbling in the same way, last season it was Saliba. The season prior to that, it was we don't have the players. Arteta has changed this squad in its entirety. Arteta and Edu have sat there. They've given the likes of Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, and Reece Nelson, who were all on the edge of leaving Arsenal on freeze, new contracts. So you cannot tell me now the squad that he's designed is still not good enough when he had the options to let the players that are not good enough go. You look at the bench today, there was not a single player on that bench that could change the game for us. And respectfully to Martinelli, as much as I love him, he's not having a great season. So it's not like you're bringing on the Martinelli from last season, where in front of goal, he was firing, and every time you touched the ball, you felt like something was going to happen. He hasn't had a good season. So for me, it's just like, where do we go from here? And then you got those dickheads in my mentions talking about, oh, well, we still got Bayern Munich. And then when we lose that, then what?
What is the demographic of the people in your mentions?
The demographic is stupid. Respectfully.
Hey, delusional is nice though.
And it's just like, I'm over it. I'm not going to sit here and do what Liverpool fans do and be like, oh, I hope City can drop points. They're not dropping points. They're not dropping points. And even if miraculously they drop points, after what I saw today, I do not trust Arsenal to go and win those last 6 games, because we will have to. That's my rant over. Fuck Arteta.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for starting and summarising on the same.
Yeah, that was really good stylistically.
You rounded it, yeah.
You can tell that you're a writer, innit? You can tell that you're a writer.
It was his fault. It was his fault. Like, no one could look at that today and be like, in its entirety, it was on the players. If it was on the players, I'll come here and lambast my... But it wasn't.
Absolutely. And I said that to you in the chat. Like, Arteta lost that game himself. You could say that, like, from the first half, the first part of the second half, it was like evenly contested, but those subs confused the shit out of me. And I talk about in-game management nonsense from managers week in, week out, and that I will never understand where it was coming from.
Yeah, because if you're Villa, you look and think, oh, we're on for a draw here. Then you see Odegaard go off the pitch. If you're a Villa player, you're thinking, there's something in this for us. We can win this game. You take off your important players, your integral. You take off your captain in a must-win game as well.
If he was playing badly, I understand.
Yeah.
You took off our best player on the day, and you left Zinchenko on the pitch for 90 minutes.
You buy Munich midweek. I guess he was thinking ahead.
To what?
Champions League.
To getting his pants pulled down in German.
Wait,
but like, what minute of the game was it that Odegaard came off?
It was like 70 something.
Yeah,
70 something.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
But the point is, at the point in time where Odegaard goes off the pitch, we're still at 0-0. And if there's any Arsenal player likely to have a moment, maybe not scoring, but even playing
to create something,
where it's like you give our attackers a chance to be 1-on-1 against Martinez, apart from Martin Odegaard, it is no one. He's the only sensible midfielder at this club. Don't even get me started on that player that we took from you, by the way.
Okay.
Hell.
Please continue.
Rice.
I'm enjoying.
Yeah,
this.
I'm
saying that,
really-
This
I'm
is, the floor is Chaz.
Honestly.
because
Soon will
I
be
got nothing- I got nothing for my team, so
Listen, Rice, in my opinion, hasn't been good in 3 games. A part of me feels sorry for him because he's having to play this much because his senior citizens of backups, they're no good.
My God.
In terms of
We've had
Jorginho.
Samba Boy.
Senior
We've had
citizens.
Hooker.
I can't
We've
even
had
laugh at
senior
that.
citizens.
I can't even laugh at that because I'm sure I'm older than some of them people. You know.
No, but it's like
days.
Rice can't get a break because Partey is no longer good enough. And to me, he's looked leggy in the past 3 games that we've played. He's looked very leggy. Fucking hell.
It's okay.
Continue.
Very leggy. Like, he's not getting around the pitch as fast as he was for the majority of the season. He's late to tackles. In terms of even runners running off him, I'm seeing it a lot more over the past 3 games than I had the whole season. But that's because the games are coming thick and fast, which we expected. And don't get me wrong, if you're a senior professional, you're going to expect to play 60 games in a season. But what you're not going to expect is to play every minute of those 60 games a season. There needs to be times where, for example, we're winning 4-0. Rice is on the pitch to the 90th minute. Why? It doesn't make any sense. He needs a chance to rest, and he hasn't had that. And that's no fault of his own. It's mainly down to Partey and Jorginho, more so Partey than any other. But it's just, for me, he just hasn't been great.
I mean, you could argue though that he was playing this amount of games last season. Yes, you're like the intensity is different. I completely understand.
And also then the intensity in Europe
Yeah.
as well.
But he is used to playing a lot.
But I think, respectfully,
And I
is
know
that
it's
a different...
About the quality.
I know, yeah, she is. I know.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's about the different pressure. Like, for me, let's be honest. If West Ham lose a Premier League game, what really, like?
There's still pressure. There's
Yeah,
still
but
pressure.
it's not the same. It's like Chelsea losing now and City losing now. That the pressure's different.
No. You can't use Chelsea in this. There's always pressure.
I don't know. I think
No,
I
no,
do
especially
understand.
though,
I do
like,
understand
he
what you're
wasn't-
saying,
yeah.
but like he was our club captain. Everything laid on him. The entire game came through Declan Rice. So I'm not denying the intensity is different 100%. But my guy is used to having everything on his head top, and I think he had everything on his head top more so than he does with Arsenal. I get that there's a title on the line, but our entire well-being was sort of rested on his shoulders. Very young shoulders. A lot of pressure for him to have. So.
But I get it though, because like I think you see it similarly with like Rodri. Literally said to Pep, "I need a break," and yeah, yeah. So you look and think, does Rice need to just sit on the bench for a game, recover his energy? Probably.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between Man City can afford to do that. Most other clubs can't.
I wish.
That's Arsenal ran over. Pathetic excuse of a club, bro.
Well, is it over? Because we still got to go into
It's
Bayern
over.
Munich.
It was... Anita?
Hey,
It's
listen.
over. The season is finished.
I don't think your season is done just
See,
yet.
you guys love to do this to me. And then next week when I come again and it's actually over, all you're going to do is laugh and be like, but I was the one that told you. It's over.
I laugh regardless, to be honest. But yeah.
It's never been-
Over now.
Because
over at the end of the season.
last week you lot were saying you need 3-0 minimum to go to the Allianz.
Moya
So
sat here and she said, we're finished.
we are done.
That's it. We're finished. Not good. For me, it's like Arsenal are now relying on the impossible, which is Manchester City dropping points. Don't get me wrong, it's football. Anything can happen. But we've been here before between Arsenal and Liverpool fans, and the story has never changed. City are going to win the league. That's it. It's over.
Okay, I still think that there's opportunity for City to trip up. I still don't believe that City are the same City that we've seen last season, a couple seasons before, Centurion City. This is the weakest we've ever seen City. If they win the league, what does that say about you and Liverpool?
What does it say about the entire league?
Like,
What about
Farmers
what's it
League?
about all of us?
We can't be calling League One the Farmers League when City's just dominating no matter what form they're in.
See, personally, I'm going to be very shameless here, but I'm going to do it anyways. I don't think Arsenal should catch as much heat as Liverpool if we let this league title slip.
Well, you guys were in the league race last season.
Okay, no. Last season to this season is two different things in its entirety. Because every week that Ella was here, she sat here and she said that we're gonna win the league. And
no, she didn't. She
No,
didn't.
they-
Don't lie on her. You're lying on her
No,
name.
no,
She
no,
didn't.
no.
She
Finish.
didn't.
She said she sat here and said, "I believe we will win it." That's what she said.
She said,
It
"I
took
believe
a
we
while.
can." She said, "I believe we can," and we had to
We begged it out of her.
You still got out of her, right?
But the thing is, yeah, from the start of the season, I sat here and I've been personally telling Ella, you're going to win the league. She's like, nah, Anita, I don't see it. Like, it's only until maybe February, March that she's like, okay, maybe we can. And last week, that's when she said, we've got to do it now. You know, you don't, come on, let's not drag Ella into this.
So
Poor
they
girl,
said-
sorry
they
Ella,
said-
if you're
they
watching.
said they have to do it now, right? But for me, what it sounds like is that Arsenal are going to catch them as flock for not winning the league this season.
But
You
you
know,
should,
weren't
because
Arsenal fans saying last week, it's in our
I'm
hands
so
now,
sorry.
it's in our
No.
hands.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm not gonna
Come on
hear.
now.
I'm not gonna hear it because you guys
Come on.
strengthened your team. You strengthened your team probably the most out of everybody. You got Declan Rice in. You got Kai Havertz in. You got Jorginho in. You got 2 Champions League winners in right there. You spent a shitload of
haven't
money.
strengthened our team
You
more
strengthened
than-
your
than-
team.
not more than anybody.
More than
Liverpool
Liverpool.
were coming from further back as
Bro,
well.
more than
Come on
Liverpool
now.
and
But
more
Liverpool
than Man City.
still have things. No, because Arsenal's team is not a better team than Man
I'm
City.
not saying it's a better team, but you
Is it a
strengthened
better squad though?
I'm not saying it is.
Then how
but you
could we have
strengthened it.
strengthened more than the other two if we don't have a better
Because
squad?
in the
Oh,
in the
City's
transfer
squad is
window,
weaker than it was last season.
bro, and in the
They
transfer
it's
lost
window,
still-
Mahrez,
it's still-
they're
it's still
weaker.
so much-
Yeah, they.
Whilst I
they-
understand what you guys are saying, I'm not gonna hear that Arsenal were and are favourites for this and that and the third.
Oh no.
You never said
that. We were comparing you to Liverpool. We were comparing you to Liverpool,
She
not
brought
City.
City into this. So let me land. I'm not gonna hear that Arsenal were favourites and Arsenal's squad had the most strengthening this, that and the third. Because as far as I'm concerned, no one rated Kai Havertz. So why all of a sudden is it now that, oh, you strengthen with Kai Havertz? It doesn't make sense.
No,
We
I
have to
agree.
strengthen with players that everyone was saying they rated. Everyone laughed at Arsenal for buying Kai Havertz, bro.
People laughed at Arsenal for buying Declan Rice as well. You were one of those people.
Rice
A
said
lot of
Rice
people
and
said Rice weren't gonna bang. Rice started banging.
Rice
a lot of
and
people
Kai
said Kai
isn't the same
Havertz.
conversation.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
It
And
is.
that's so
because
disingenuous.
people were laughing at you guys
That
buying
is
Rice.
so
People were laughing at you guys
that
buying
is
Kai
so
Havertz.
I'm not
disingenuous.
gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused because I'll put my hands up. I didn't think that Liverpool were going to do as well as they were, as everybody keeps reminding
Yeah, because
me.
Liverpool had a massive gap to make up on
They
where they were
had a
last
big
season.
gap. They
A
made some
huge
good.
gap.
They made some good signings in like the likes of McAllister. A couple of signings where I was, I'm not too sure, but with that being said, I don't agree with you in that Arsenal did the best in terms of strengthening their team because
Okay,
they got
so-
one marquee player, and like she's saying, they got people who you lot were saying were Chelsea cast-offs.
Didn't they change their goalkeeper as well? They got Raya involved too.
Who is Raya compared to Alisson and Edison?
But I'm not saying your team's better. I said in the transfer window, who did
They were
who did-
aggressive. They were aggressive.
Thank you.
I understand
And
what
you
you're saying.
bought with intention. You bought with intention to go that one step further. No, yes or no?
That I agree with. But
Who
the
was
players,
who's
the
Timber?
players,
When Timber had that one game and he was looking good, unfortunately he got
Timber's
injured.
played one game all season.
Exactly,
What
but he
are we
was looking
doing
good.
here?
He was looking good. He was looking good.
This-
Like he's another addition that you try to have to strengthen. He got injured.
To me,
Sorry, boo
this-
hoo.
this-
You guys strengthened your team so you guys can go win the league. So if you guys don't win the league, that's on you.
I never said it wasn't on Arsenal, but I don't
Then-
like the angle that you're trying to make it out to
What's
be
the angle?
as if Arsenal strengthened, like the players that you're bringing up. To me, Jorginho is not the game changer that you're trying to make him out to be. To majority of people, right,
Boy.
Kai Havertz was not the game changer that people are trying to make him out to
Boy.
be. Nor was David Raya. So I think it's very disingenuous to sit here and act like when we made the majority of the signings, it put fear into people when it came to
but
Arsenal.
you strengthened.
Because it didn't. I never disagreed that we strengthened. I'm
So
talking about
what's
the
the
point.
angle then?
I'm talking about the point that you're trying to make from the
What's the-
signing.
what's the
Because
point?
I could sit here and go
That you
City.
strengthened?
I could sit here and go City strengthened by bringing in Kovacic. City
did.
strengthened by bringing in Nunes. They bought a 80 million pound.
I don't think
See-
Kovacic for
no,
Gundogan out and
That wasn't-
Kovacic
that
in.
wasn't
I don't think
really
that's a strengthening.
but
that wasn't really a
personally.
step up.
But I'm
do
not
you
comparing
see-
Arsenal
do you
to
see
City.
my
I do
point?
think Arsenal
Because there
strengthened
is
more than
some
Liverpool.
people-
I think
They
you strengthened more
did.
than Liverpool did. I don't think you strengthened more than City
push
did.
back. I didn't push back on the
Yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
one. It was the City one because I can sit here and say the same thing. There's Arsenal fans out here that will still say, and congratulations to him by the way because he won the league title today. There's Arsenal fans out there that will still take Granit Xhaka back and bin Kai Havertz. It's so at the end of the day, again, yes, we made signings, but I don't think the signings are to the magnitude of what you're making them out to be.
But what magnitude am I making them out to be? I said that you strengthened your team
The way
more
you
than anyone.
described, the way you described Jorginho talking about,
But Jorginho is a Champions League winner.
yes, he is, but he's not a game changer.
For Chelsea, he was. I'm
But
sorry, but he
Arsenal
was.
and Chelsea are not the same.
But
though.
that's what I'm saying. When he was at Chelsea, when you bought him, he was. You bought him for that.
I don't know. I feel like this summer, everyone did business, but I don't feel like it was like one particular team did like, oh my gosh, this is like stellar business. Everybody,
Chelsea did the, oh my God, this is good
that's
business.
and actually
Chelsea
that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
Spurs did that as well,
I was
to be
gonna
fair.
say,
And
I was
Spurs.
gonna say, out of the ones who were chasing the title, people were patching over cracks, but nobody had like massive things. The two teams, yes, like you've just said, who really went out and was intentional about their transfer window, unfortunately, haven't had the game breaking changes that they wanted. So I see where Shai is coming from. We're saying, yes, they strengthened themselves, but it's not like it was to make the difference, but like it's not like we all sat there and was like, shit, it's going to be Arsenal.
For Declan Rice, as much as I had my opinions about him,
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with Anita. That's a game-changing signing. Absolutely. Jorginho, I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry. I'm not having
Raya
it.
either.
No!
So then what was the whole debacle about Ramsdale, Raya, distribution this, distribution that? Ramsdale doesn't concentrate. Like, there's been so many different narratives with Ramsdale and the Raya situation that you can't tell me that you didn't get Raya to strengthen your team.
I think it's very hard. I do think it's hard because I think as a fan, your opinion will be different to the manager. I think Arteta believes he made his game-changing signings in the summer. Genuinely, I think he would have seen Raya as an upgrade on Ramsdale. He would have seen
Raya is an upgrade. I don't disagree. Raya is most definitely an upgrade on Ramsdale. I won't even give my opinions on that keeper. There's just certain players that Anita brought up. Not even certain.
What,
Jorginho is
Jorginho?
very triggering, bro.
Oh, is it because he's the cause of the goal today?
The guy is. He wasn't. It was Zinchenko.
He was part.
It was definitely Zinchenko. But for me, it's like Jorginho and Kai. The reason why I'm not more so hearing the Kai Havertz one, for me personally, absolutely, I love Kai Havertz. But the discussion when Arsenal signed Kai Havertz wasn't the same discussion as to when Arsenal signed Declan Rice.
No,
when
of
Arsenal
course
signed
not.
Rice, a lot of people unanimously agreed that this is a game changer for Arsenal. When we signed Kai Havertz, it was, what the hell are Arsenal doing? That was the conversation around signing Kai Havertz. He has proven to maybe change people's opinions at this point of the season, but when we signed him, let's not act like everyone's like, oh my God, Arsenal signed Kai Havertz, they now become more scary. No, we haven't.
I didn't say that.
Okay, maybe we just don't understand.
Yeah,
each
all I
other
said
then.
was, that the way people were laughing at Kai Havertz, some people were laughing at Declan Rice. They were.
Not the same amount.
The Chelsea
Not the same
fans,
amount.
but I
Not
think
the same
there was
amount,
the
but they were.
I feel like the majority of the fan base. Like, I can even speak from a Spurs perspective. I don't see many Spurs fans laughing at the signing of Declan Rice. I think it was mainly Chelsea just because of Declan's connections to
It
Chelsea.
wasn't. I was arguing
But
with Arsenal fans about this because
I thought
you
it was
guys know me.
personally,
I
think it
love
was
a Declan Rice.
Mate, I
Okay,
think
a
it
lot.
was
I love
that
man.
man.
Let's call a thing a thing. Like a lot of Arsenal fans did not.
They
want
did not
Declan,
want him.
for sure. But at the end of the
lot.
day, I think the wider footballing community were like,
It's a good signing.
this is a really good signing.
Either way, they were both laughed at, and that's my point. And they both strengthened the team because Kai Havertz has won you games.
I don't disagree.
No, Shy.
So
look,
there
listen,
is a strength
you're
in
talking
there.
to the wrong person. Shy has backed Kai.
she from early. I see Shai tweeting the stocks or the whatever you're talking about for Kai closed.
Yeah, they're
So,
closed.
like,
Absolutely,
yeah,
they're closed.
exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, good
Even-
result. Good evening. Okay, hang up. Sorry.
She's like, hang it up. Hang it up.
Your hatred for Arsenal is ridiculous. Shai was doing her monologue, I looked up at Lauren, and Lauren went, I was like, what
It's how we
the
were
fuck?
raised, isn't it? Like, it's how we were
don't
raised.
know any different.
It's what it is.
They do not know any different. I'm sat in a pub, someone really going for it to the point where they were asking B, are you a Villa fan? I was like, no. Just a hater.
I'm not gonna lie, the hate watch this week has been sensational. I
It's
know
been
I'm a
good,
Chelsea
man.
fan, and I know I have no right to be in this conversation, but the hate watch has been great. But okay, let's stick to Aston Villa. Let's talk about them a little bit. Lauren, you are currently in a race for top 4, top 5 with Aston Villa. How do you see this playing out for you?
I don't care.
Oh.
Like I'd like honest like I said, please. No, I was
Not even a
screaming.
smidgen?
When Ollie Watkins made it 2-0, I was there cheering. Like I don't really
Do you
like
know what's so funny? Do
like-
you know Toby in our group chat? Yeah, Toby. One of them was like, "Oh, you guys should be cheering for Arsenal today, so Aston Villa doesn't get that last Champions League
over my
spot."
dead body.
Toby was like, "I don't care."
I don't really care. Like
When Leon Bailey scored, you should have heard. You should have heard.
I was calling I was like, where's Bailey? Where's Bailey? I was so happy when Diaby went off for Bailey. But like at the end of like, let's be for real, like at the end of the day, the top 4 is not a trophy. If you ask me what European competition I want to play in, of course it's the Champions League.
Of course.
What competition are we in this season? None. Like we finish 8th with Harry Kane. If we finish 5th and play Europa, it's progress. I wasn't. If you asked me where I thought we would finish at the start of this season, it wouldn't have even have been 5th. So yeah, cool. If we don't miss out on Champions League, we'll have to hold it. People will laugh at us. But I don't think it's going to make or break our summer business or the upwards trajectory of the team, whether we finish 4th or 5th. But so yeah, like I was happy with the result because I can't see Arsenal in the league. Sorry, there's under no circumstances where I would be happy for that to happen. So whether the coefficient works or not, or whether we play Europa, man, I'm not going to lose sleep.
Coefficient's not going to work, just letting you know.
Yeah, because everybody was just doing.
Doesn't
whatever.
it kind of rely on you as well for the coefficient?
Well, it's
thing
part
to
of us,
work,
but
innit?
as
Yeah, but you
but
weren't
the
you 3-0 down?
no.
Was
first of all,
it
it's
2-0?
Sorry, it's 2-0. Sorry.
But the minute the balls
Sorry,
came out,
apologies.
the minute the balls came out of the tombola, and it said Bayer Leverkusen
Sorry.
and West Ham, I said thank you. I've had a great time.
Yeah, same. Like,
I've
you weren't
really
gonna beat
enjoyed this European run.
Maybe they'll be drunk though. On Thursday.
Back to Laurie can have her Thursday nights in Stratford. Thanks for playing. We'll go again next year. All of that sort of stuff. Nah, because I knew like they won today, and it was so funny. It was out with a couple of friends, and one of my friends is German, so we had like he was watching the Bayer Leverkusen game on his leg while we were watching the Arsenal Aston Villa game, and they're great this season. They're just really good, and especially with those last minute, pew, pew, which is what we
The
got on
fact that
Thursday.
they haven't lost a game yet.
That's scary,
44 games now.
Boy.
I think
They
he broke
got-
Pep's record, or he tied it this week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Xabi Alonso?
If they go unbeaten, I mean that's a phenomenal job by. All I can think of now is Ella. Because Ella was like Xabi or no one. And now they could end up, sorry Ella, you could end up with no trophies, no
manager,
no Xabi Alonso,
no trophies, no manager.
Nice peak, man.
They've got a League Cup. Don't do that to my girl, because that's
Okay, sorry.
Do you know what?
Cold.
Do you know what, Ella?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's not even Ella. Like it's just all these other like fucking Hussam. I'm calling you fucking out, bitch. I'm calling you out.
Sorry.
Every time I see that man
forgot the
smile, I
cowbell.
cry.
I'm thinking about my baby brother right now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a big glory hunter. Don't care about Liverpool other than when they. Oh yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. You know. Hold, Jonathan. Hold.
Yeah.
Man said, "What to the shout outs? You got anyone to shout out?"
Ella, man, I went to draw out.
Got
I
any Liverpool
don't
fans
really
to
know
shout
them.
out?
I don't really know many Liverpool
Ads.
fans, man.
Yeah.
Me and Liverpool are calm. Like I don't actually have beef with them.
Yeah, neither do I, to
But-
be honest.
Yeah, like, I'm not-
my beef with Liverpool runs so deep. I know it shouldn't, but it runs so deep. That Benitez Mourinho era. No,
It was
sorry.
great.
It was
Yeah, that
great
was great
football,
entertainment.
and
Football.
it kept travelling on. And then was it 2008 or 2009 when we played Liverpool in the Champions League quarterfinals? Had to go pam them 4-1 at their home. My beef with Liverpool runs really deep. But okay, looking at how the table lines up now, Aston Villa are currently 4th, I think.
Yeah.
Aston Villa are currently 4th. They've got Tottenham have a game in hand.
Yeah, but
and-
it's against Chelsea at the Bridge.
Yeah, so you're fine.
So I feel like we've won there once in 30 years.
You're fine.
Sorry, that doesn't matter. There's always juju in the air. Like it doesn't matter. Like if we go there, good form, bad form, there's always something that's
I'm not
against
too
us.
sure if you've watched us this season.
I have. I was watching you at the beginning of the season, and we lost 4-1 at home. We had 9 players.
You have a habit of like lulling everybody into a full sense of security that you're terrible, and then you just pull it out of the bag.
Exactly.
So
Big 6 side comes, big
I don't know,
derby. It's
man.
their biggest match of the season.
Listen, so
The hate watch is coming. We
Hey.
mentally, psychologically implode.
Hey, I
So
don't know
yeah,
about
that
all
game in
that.
hand isn't anything really. If the game in hand was against Sheffield or someone, I think okay, but that's a really tough game in hand, and our run is horrendous.
But also, I don't know. Andrew's got a
between-
thing about these sort of games. Like, I feel like he wasn't around for what happened to you last year, and yet you went to St James's Park as if you hadn't already beaten them 4-1.
Andrew's a better players, what?
No, but that's
That's the problem. That's the players, what?
it's not like act like you've been here. But you literally beat them 4-1 at your gaff earlier this season, and then you went and yeah.
Every time we go to that, do you know what? Yesterday, it wasn't even the worst St James's Park performance. At this point, I just write that off, man. I have to tap out. I have to mentally tap out because why should I care more than the players?
Should we talk about it yesterday?
we can.
Tottenham versus Newcastle.
Yeah.
That was appalling. That was a shocking performance.
Yeah,
for me.
do you know what?
I woke up at 12:30 for that. Within like the first 15 minutes, I just knew.
Yesterday, my entire head was gone. But today, my women's team got to the FA Cup final for the first time ever. I would have been happy with that. I would have been like, yes, I'm going to Wembley.
So
that I wiped off yesterday.
I really wanted to clap for you. Like, the women Wembley for the first time. Park it, okay?
Look,
We're not talking about the
that's
women's
fine.
today.
I know,
So
but
she lost.
like,
Who
I'm
did
saying
you
about my
beat?
feeling.
They
You
beat Leicester.
and
Leicester.
United women beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Huh. Funny.
Yeah, but
You guys should have had United. It should have been you.
okay, well,
That should have been the final.
Sorry, that's your business. You just, we could have met there, but you didn't get there, so that's it. But like, and I was fine. What I'm saying is, my feeling about yesterday's game is, I'm very happy, and then my adrenaline started to drop, and I'm like, oh, we're recording, and then Emery picked it back up. So I don't care anymore about yesterday's performance. We were terrible. Mickey has been so good all season, man. He showed his arsehole
No, I can't
yesterday.
lie.
memes.
Do you know what
Like,
kills me?
what
It wasn't
can we
even
do?
the memes. It was the commentator. The commentator said, and Van de Ven has fallen over again.
What was wrong with Van de Ven?
Like that.
What's his problem?
And when that happens, yeah, like twice in 2 minutes, I said, we're finished. It's like, maybe the players, after last season, because last season, yeah, we conceded 5 in 20 minutes. And it felt like they were like, all right, we can't do that again. And as soon as the 20 minutes passed, they were like, okay, we got through that period, we can concede now. So, yeah, we were all over the place. Basuma, trash. Our defence have no protection. They were doing, you had Romero and Van der Ven trying to stop the three of them. Isak, Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon. If our fullbacks are high up the pitch and you've got three wingers who are quick and they're direct, we were finished.
Pound for pound, do you think he's the best striker in the Premier League?
Is that?
Do you know what's crazy?
Can't argue
I'm
with
actually scared, about if he's fully fit, because he's been in and out of injury this entire season, and he's still
He's
up
had
there.
a good
looked
run of
at,
games now. He's had
he has the best
Wow.
conversion rate.
Yeah.
It's like 27.9 or 0.8, something
Yeah,
like that.
he's
What?
clinical. He's so clear because he's got that turn of pace. A lot of the time when he shoots, he's ahead of his defender. He's him, Ollie Watkins, even throwing Solanke in there. I think
I won!
people will obviously talk about Haaland and we'll talk about the goals because City create so many chances. But to do what them three are doing in teams which, actually, I won't say Villa are struggling, but like Bournemouth are a mid-table side. Newcastle have struggled this season. They are three phenomenal strikers. So yeah, man, we got Isak. Who else scored? Anthony Gordon.
You say we got Isak.
Yeah, yeah. What can I say?
Bars.
Yeah. We have stuff to sort out. Oh, and defensive set pieces, man. I don't know.
Defensive set pieces
You know,
for
last
Tottenham
season-
Hotspur are terrible.
Last
Can I
season we
ask you a
had
question,
set
Lauren?
piece- Yeah.
Do you see how good Arsenal are at set pieces? Does that worry you for the next game coming up?
Should do.
Why should it worry me when we can see set piece to everybody? Are you any different? Are you any different? You could go and get who's 20th in the set piece. They will score against us.
Probably yes.
I don't know what we're doing. We're
Got one.
zonal. We're not picking up. When I see Maddison and players like Maddison and you're marking Tabby and Cher, we're finished. We're useless.
Hold on. Madison.
No, because
Madison marked who?
like, you will see our players because like Romero and our ones who are good at heading the ball, they go zonal and we'll leave some rubbish players to try and pick up a man mark. It's been identified by many teams this season. Last season we had a set piece coach, Gianni Vio. He was fantastic. In terms of goals conceded from set pieces, we were one of the best. Goals scored from set pieces, we were one of the best. We fired him, and Ange doesn't think we need one.
Did you fire him because he was like the last connection to the Italian stuff, or
No, but he was independent.
oh, okay.
Like, I think Conte in a way brought him in, but like after Conte got sacked, he stayed. He was he actually stayed to the end of the season after we got rid of Stellini after St James's Park.
Was that a request from Levi or?
I feel like we should have kept him. I don't know, Mario Denac or Ryan Mason, between them, you're both shite at set pieces. We are now terrible. It is a weakness. We will concede a goal to Saliba or Gabriel or whoever it is in the derby.
Declan
Actually,
Rice.
even Zinchenko can come. I'm sure he will
Declan
get a
takes
shot.
your set pieces now.
Yeah.
Nah, Saka's back on corner duty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't good. We were terrible. Maybe we will finish 5th. Maybe we will get Europa. Like, what can I say?
Sorry.
You will finish. I see you finishing 5th.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But like everyone keeps saying, Newcastle, Chelsea, all these people with games in hand.
Chelsea ain't doing shit.
Okay, well, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, you think
because if
people
they
will
finish
catch us
above
in
us, I'm
5th?
not.
It's 10 points. I don't
No,
think...
we're not catching 5th. That's a battle for 6th.
I'm not saying
And
you
even
catch
6,
it, but you're
even
gonna.
6,
You're
even
trying to
6,
be.
even
knocking
6 is
about.
Europa.
Yeah,
United.
6 is Europa.
No,
United.
no. Newcastle is 6th now.
Hey!
Yeah, that's going
Yeah.
swinging like a pendulum.
Gal,
It's
did you
all-
finish
it's all-
11th? His
it's
life's
all-
caught up with her, man. She's
it's all
fully she's
swinging.
dropping. Yeah.
If Man United finish below Chelsea and bring this girl back, because what she did to me last week was
She won't
not fair.
come.
She will come.
She lives. She doesn't live. I'm not gonna say where she lives, but she doesn't live far.
I know
We'll
she
go
don't
and get
live
her.
far, but you got to tempt her, because why come in to catch corn?
I
Nia's
will
gonna
knock
carry
on
the
her
camera,
door.
and she's gonna go with the camera outside her yard. So, Gal, if you're watching, man, hide, change your dress.
Change your dress.
I was just saying.
But I think yesterday's game, I think Tottenham's style played into Newcastle's strengths. And that's why maybe
And ball.
those games go the way they do.
we're very open in transition, like very.
Yeah,
very
and for
open.
me,
we don't have a good 6.
Yeah. Sorry.
We don't. If you have a 6 that can't read, has no defensive awareness and doesn't read danger, when you lose the ball, especially if your fullbacks are high, we will concede
Who's your
goals.
6?
Bissouma.
I had a comment, but I'm not gonna bring the past into this. It's fine.
Yeah, he's not good. But it's a different game. If Timo Werner converts one
Do
or
you know what?
or both of
You're
the chances that he had,
funny about Timo Werner.
not Philippa falling asleep.
You are so funny about Timo Werner. And I think, what did you say in the group chat? You said you don't want him to sign.
no, I don't.
Why?
And you know what? He even played me because the last couple games I was thinking,
Welcome to being a Chelsea fan. Welcome.
maybe he deserves a chance, but I'll wait until the end of the season. And then he showed me who he is again yesterday. So that first one, fantastic cross from Brennan. Why are you going with your right foot? Why is that boy's high? Go with your head. And I just think if you've got players that can't execute on their decision making in key moments, and that's Timo's biggest weakness.
Yes.
Which
using his brain.
is one of the things that you need if you're going to play as a forward, especially. He misses two. Like, again, it would have changed the game if we'd gone 1-0 up. But we didn't take the chances that we made in the first half. And then, the second half, we got cooked. So we didn't really create anything. Sonny got hooked at 60 minutes. He deserved it. He was rubbish.
Son as well, no?
No, yeah, he lost the ball twice for 2 of those goals. So he deserves to be hooked. Like, I don't care if you're the captain. If you play badly, lead by example.
Facts. Bruno.
Next game is the perfect one to respond in. Allegedly.
I don't know, man, because we're so open defensively.
When is that game?
In
Next
2
week.
weeks.
Tottenham
Oh,
don't
2
play for
weeks.
15 days.
You've got.
You guys have
big gap.
time
Time to do what?
to get better. to get
Sorry.
better.
So sorry.
15 days you're not playing.
Huh?
You come on, that's a lot of time.
Most of the time
maybe
we have
you can-
7 to prepare in games. Have you seen any difference?
Maybe you could have maybe you can all work on your set pieces.
Do you
Arsenal
think we're
have-
going to hire a set piece
Arsenal have
coach in
4
within 2
games
weeks?
during that time, though.
Okay, so maybe
Four.
you'll be tired.
By
Maybe
the
you'll be
time
tired.
it gets to the North London derby, we could be a bit leggy compared to
little
Tottenham.
bit. Just a little bit.
I don't know.
bit.
Like, I don't know what to like. Like I said, we have moments and periods in our 15-minute spell where we play very well. Whether we will have conceded 3 goals before we get to that 15-minute spell. Who
It's
knows?
at White Hart Lane though, right?
Yeah. Like, it's hard. We don't like. It tends to go on home form. But
Apart from last season.
yeah, last season we were terrible, so that's whatever. I don't know. Like, whatever. I mean, for me, Villa did me a favour today because it's not going to be the hate watch of the season because Arsenal will be playing that match now under more pressure than they were
Right.
before.
It'll be a good hate watch for me.
Yeah.
Great.
How if you hate both teams?
Exactly.
It's an extra special powered
Exactly.
hate watch.
To be fair, though, Tottenham, your next 3 games, all eyes are on you.
Yeah. Anyways, can someone bring me something to each episode that we
We'll bring your
record?
bottle of Jack Daniels. We'll just put it here.
No, not alcohol, because I have to drive home in it.
Oh.
No, not
Safe
alcohol,
driving.
but I'll get you some sweets.
Thank
It's
you,
fine, I've
because
got
it's
you.
gonna be tough, man. People look at the way you're staring at me. I
You know
haven't even
what's
played them
crazy?
yet.
People will come here and be like, Lauren, why didn't you win this? Why didn't you win?
Is this
See
like
how
she
Ella
was
was-
one of the men on the pitch?
Ella was sending me message like I'm supposed to strap on my boots. I'm gonna play. I'm sorry. All I can do is watch. I don't know what's. I don't.
can't
Like, we're
lie.
inconsistent, so
For
I don't know what
me-
team's gonna turn up.
Arsenal have to win the derby. There's literally no excuses. Off of Arteta's head if we don't, bro.
Yeah, for your morale. I'm not
For
gonna
my
lie.
morale, we play again on Wednesday.
Oh boy.
We're gonna come to Champions League and Europa League, but I just wanted to give you all a break,
Oh, okay.
especially my dear. But okay, so Tottenham, Aston Villa, bit of a toss up. Who's gonna get that 4th, 5th spot? Chelsea, Newcastle, Man United, and West Ham were all, no, not West Ham.
Not West Ham.
Where are West Ham now?
West Ham at 8th.
Above
It's still
Chelsea.
about Chelsea.
Yeah, but you've got 2 games in hand.
Oh, okay, fair.
One
Well,
of them
that
is against us,
doesn't really
but
matter.
still.
But
And one is tomorrow.
And the other one is against Arsenal.
I just really need you guys to like. I know West Ham aren't sexy to watch, and they're really, really not sexy to watch right now. But take it from me. Snap. All right, whatever we understand. Be aware. Okay.
To be fair, I didn't watch today because I was coming back.
No, we weren't on
But-
telly.
Oh.
So you know.
God.
Sorry,
But-
doesn't know who said that we watch every single game that's on the telly.
No, but that's why I was giving us.
Okay.
Gold Diggers does not condone anything that's not watched on the telly for British television.
Yeah, I pay my TV license.
Yes.
It's actually really funny, right? Because my girl Amy asked me if I wanted to go today, and every time I've watched the West Ham match with her, we've lost.
Oh my God, you would have gone to the
So I said to her, I actually did have plans, but I was like, even if I didn't have plans, I would not have gone because I don't trust you.
He said, "You're the problem.
We still don't trust you.
You're the problem."
You need more people. But yeah, no, it wasn't good today. It hasn't been good for a couple of weeks. And this is the point that I keep trying to make about David Moyes. Oh, you should be grateful. Yes, I get it. But also, we've run out of ideas.
That's Spaghetti play.
And we'll get to him.
Okay.
We will get to him. And in January, you decided to either sell or loan out 3 players who were very important squad players in terms of rotation, and you didn't make any signings to back that up to refill, and now we're feeling it. On Thursday, yes, Bayer Leverkusen are a better team, and they were always going to be like, we always saw the writing on the wall. But regardless, that game was 0-0 until Zabi decided to make some subs, and those subs are the people that scored. That made the difference. You look to our bench, and don't no shade, but
Sorry,
it's
Ella.
a bunch of academy kids who you do not trust to come and bring onto the pitch. So what's the point of having them on the bench? We don't have a bench.
That pick-me that came on and then he hurt himself. Is he okay?
He's responsive.
pick me, that's
Get well
so
soon,
cute.
George Urfi. Really hope
He's young, isn't it?
he is young. He's
I
18
didn't
years
watch the
old.
match. What happened?
He had a collision with Alvarez and he was out cold.
Ooh.
And then the Fulham fans, everyone talks about how classy Fulham fans are. Bollocks. They were
says Fulham
singing
fans
and
are class-
chanting,
are
is this a
classy?"
library or is this a fire drill? It's an 18-year-old child on the pitch, unresponsive. Do better. Disgusting.
Yeah, they even brought the van stretcher. the
You
van
said
stretcher,
that
yeah.
Fulham fans are classy.
And people like to say that, oh, Fulham fans.
Why? Just because they're in West London in the posh parts?
That's like saying Chelsea fans are classy. We're not. We're just,
Nobody
we're
said
just
that
white.
about you. Don't worry about that.
Don't-
That's Don't worry, we make no mistake. But yeah, no, West Ham's problem is that there's no bench.
Missed you.
And so,
I hate y'all. I hate y'all so.
no, they really I actually don't have much more to say. It's just
Do you think it's because all of your better players have fallen out of form at the same time?
all the better players are falling out of form at the same time. We can talk about Paqueta now. Like on Thursday, really disappointed me because he got a needless yellow which means that he's out for the return leg. And
Oh goodness.
yes. And he then decided that he didn't want to play. And that bad mood moved into today, where he was just playing like he wasn't bothered.
Do you think the City is on his mind?
City is 100% on his mind.
Oh yeah, because there's allegedly
Well, they're saying allegedly that they've done personal terms. I don't know how much of that I believe, but all I know is that his release clause is about 15 mil too low. So he's
I think
gone in
it's
the summer.
nasty though when players, you know you're getting your move in summer, but I still think as a professional you give your all to the club.
Yeah,
that
you
you're
can't
currently
down
Absolutely.
tools.
Yeah.
You can't
down tools. And it's just like, just have some self-respect, because you yourself, this is your job, this is your bread and butter, and this is something that you supposedly love. And to go out and play with no, like, pride is sad. What are you being petulant for? You're being paid so much money to do something that you supposedly love, and yet you just can't be bothered. There's so many people who would love to be in your place, and all these people aren't as talented as you. But like, it's just really sad to watch. But yeah, it's the thing of like, a lot of our players are falling out of form. Like, we have a starting 11, but the formation changes quite frequently, and it's just trying to figure out what that best formation is. And also, it's just like certain teams we just cannot play against because we're just not good enough.
How's Calvin doing? He's played the last couple of games.
I think Calvin Phillips, unfortunately, has played his last game for West Ham.
Oh wow.
Craven Cottage is proving a tough place to go
We were
this
at home.
season. Oh, you are.
We were at home.
Yeah.
It is a tough ground to go.
Like,
Like, what's
it
the
is-
ground that was played today?
It's a tough place, babe.
When
I
I saw-
don't make you wrong, but
when
I'll
I
make you
saw-
right. But
When it got to
we
two-
were in E20, so
when it got to
Should I try
2-0, I had to
pity
double
comments?
check. That was crazy.
I'm sorry.
Pardon?
When it got to
My head
2-0,
was
I had to
fried.
double
I
check
just
who
saw
was at
2-0.
home.
I was like, sure, West Ham were away.
surely.
You got Leverkusen coming to the West Ham Stadium as well.
I will
That's a
be there.
formality. They're going out.
I will be
But
there.
I feel like in the first, don't get me wrong, you weren't
You're
great.
going.
Yeah,
I feel like in the first leg,
Fingers crossed they're
you
drunk.
gave them a run for their money. Like, I didn't think
but
at
this
any point
is
you were
it.
going to win.
So,
but
like,
you
for the
still-
first 80 minutes, it was a really good defensive display.
Right.
You do wish that we would have been able to, move on the counter better. But I cannot deny we had one chance that was a very good chance that could have unfortunately missed. But we didn't look like we actually wanted to go for it, which
Yeah.
I understand being really conservative when you're away, but it was a lapse in concentration. One goal, I would have felt okay. Two goals is a really big hill to climb.
Came last
And then
minute
when
as
you're
well.
missing players like Paqueta and Emerson in the return fixture.
Emerson suspended too.
Yeah. And this is another thing. I also want to talk about this. I also really want to talk about this, ref. I know everybody does it, but it's like you're letting everything go for Bayer Leverkusen. But the two players for us who were on that suspension, seesaw, and those are the ones that you book, it's okay. God will see you. It's all right. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm going because it's the last European game of the season, because I don't think that we'll go through. I'll enjoy myself. I love to stand in my standing
They will
section.
get up for it.
Pardon?
Think the fans will get up for it.
Absolutely. London Stadium on a Thursday is unreal.
It's rocking. I can speak
It's
from experience of living.
absolutely
so close.
rocking.
It's really annoying.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite time to go. Me personally, like, my cousin calls me a Europe merchant. Yeah, I've barely been to any Premier League games in the last 3 seasons, but best believe in the knockouts for European competition, I'm there.
They take annual leave and everything, man. You'll hear them singing from the pubs at like midday.
Do you know what I can't
Nobody
annoyed.
that I know takes annual leave.
She is so
Trust me.
annoyed.
Trust me, in the carpenter's arms, you can hear them. You
God.
can hear them.
I can't believe you live. Anyway, we're
Yeah,
not gonna do that.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
close to West Ham
Yeah, I
Stadium.
do, man. My road gets
Bloody
closed.
Her road
I
gets
think we
closed.
should stop discussing where we live.
Oh yeah. Hey, anyways, the old West Ham man near the bowling. What the? Thanks, Shay.
We're so tired.
Widows on the internet.
You can tell that we're so tired because everything is going through the window.
Bro, everything's going through the window over our heads. But anyway, any score predictions for when Leverkusen come to your gaff?
3-0.
Damn.
Shy, that's
that's a bit harsh. You don't
that's
think
well
they're gonna
harsh.
score?
We will score,
In their gaff.
but it'll probably be about 2-1. We will
2-1.
score. I do think we'll score.
I hope you.
The
I
high
hope
that
you
they're
score.
on right now, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm hoping they're
Finished.
drunk. I'm hoping they're
Yeah,
drunk.
because if they're
They
drunk.
got a couple. They will ask of it.
Oh, but for them, the treble on because they're in the
Yeah,
the German League Cup.
Yeah,
final, so-
man.
They got a treble on, and they can do a treble undefeated.
no, Xabi's gonna make sure they concentrate.
Can you
Oh, sorry,
imagine
Pip.
West Ham as the team to spoil that undefeated record? West Ham. No offense.
What?
No offense. Sorry. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying.
She said that with disgust. Did you hear it?
Guys, I'm really upset because I'm really disappointed in the team. Like, this could have been a good season, and you know that there are fantastic. You've got some good players, some really good forward players. Yes, some of them are better at counter attacking than others, but it's like I feel like there's some missed opportunity.
So
that's
and
all.
even Europa, I think you would have had a good run. You just had a really unlucky draw.
Just a really unlucky
Bayern
draw.
Leverkusen,
Why
to be
couldn't we
fair.
have had Atalanta?
But yeah, can we talk about that actually?
Yeah, no.
Atalanta.
Liverpool got their bums wanked. Like,
By
it was
Agent Skamaka.
ridiculous.
Thank you.
Don't say Agent Skamaka.
I'm joking. What does it matter to me? We're going out.
Bro.
It was a joke.
No, but Liverpool, they got their bums.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
I
it
didn't
was
watch it
fucking
live because obviously I was
Does the
watching my own
Anfield
game.
atmosphere only exist in the Champions League then?
Apparently.
Boy, what is that? So is that 2 games at Anfield this week?
Yeah, back to
4
back.
goals conceded, no
No goals
scored.
scored. Yep. I think a player that I would
Ella's
like to
walking
talk
alone.
about, yeah, as fantastic.
Sorry.
What did you just say?
She said Ella's walking alone.
Aww.
Sorry. Hey, you can see I have so much adrenaline, man. Spurs women, I love you.
Lauren, please.
So yeah, can we talk about Mo Salah?
Yeah, well, I think
Go
we have
ahead.
to.
I told you guys, that man's old.
It's not even about him being
You have
old.
to stop calling people old that I'm
I
older
I
than,
saw
man.
a
I'm
gra-
so sorry.
I saw a graphic saying
football
Mo
terms,
Salah,
in
welcome
football
to Al
terms.
Ittihad. I was like, wow.
He was slap out his hand though.
We actually need to talk about him because for me, a lot of Liverpool fans seem to think he's the greatest winger of all time, and just in Premier League terms, they think he's the best winger to ever play in the Premier League. And for me, as much as you can have the records, but for me, Salah doesn't have anything else. Like, you look at Liverpool's best seasons when they were winning, Mane and Firmino were there to hold his hand. And it's like, if you're going to come in my face and tell me that this guy's better than Neymar, that's when my Salah agenda started, by the way. This
Who
guy's
said
better
this?
than
Who said that
Neymar,
to
this
you?
guy's better than Hazard. Like, all these players, right? Where, especially more
Choose
so
wrong and strong on that
Eden
one,
Hazard, that I would give credit to, you've seen him carry weaker teams than this current Liverpool team. Because let's be honest, who's
Yeah.
Victor Moses?
Yeah.
Like who
Yeah.
is that guy?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm just
You
I'm,
had-
I'm doing man for man in my head.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah. You look at that Liverpool team. There's some people. Van Dijk, one of the best centre backs. If they're ready to say the greatest centre back the Premier League has ever had, Trent. You got Salah. Their midfield for me. McAllister, yeah. The rest of them, absolutely not.
needy.
Then you
It's a
got
boss
that
line, man.
that grown ass baby on the other side of the pitch in Diaz, and
Diaz is 28. I saw Ella
He's
tweet.
saying he's 28.
Yeah.
Ella, do you remember my point?
Yeah, he's
Not
20
Ella,
I
sorry,
think-
Philip, do you remember
I
my
think
point?
he's 28.
Yeah, but it's just like,
When you said it, I was like, oh no.
for me, Salah doesn't do enough to get his team out of the mud. And as much as he's second in the Golden Boot race at the moment, or has he moved down the
No,
list?
he's
after
No,
today?
he's
down
nah,
after
he's,
today.
he's down the list now.
Oh, he's moved down the
No,
list.
I think he's
Third-
joint third with
Third
other
or
people.
fourth, like
Joint
just
third.
around there. I don't know if he's doing enough for the stature in which Liverpool fans put him on this. Because even today, like, or even if you want to ignore today, the Premier League game prior, was it United?
I'm happy, man, because I don't have him in my FPL. But it
I
stands
fucking
out,
do.
man.
But
Because he's collecting 2 points in these big
he's
games.
been shocking.
Yeah, for
And
the
it's
last
just
like
like,
maybe
can
4 or
we
5 games.
actually... He needs to feel the pressure because they're saying best Premier League winger of all time. Do you know what all time means?
You know, I'm thinking of now, Brie.
And since
When they look at that Salah clip, man.
since
Damn, man.
Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino has left your side, what have you really delivered for Liverpool Football Club?
We've been saying Sadio
Carabao
Mane was
Cup,
and
as I had
Firmino were the
forgotten, but I was
biggest losses
reminded.
for Liverpool.
Carabao Cup. They won. I've forgotten, but I've been reminded that they won the League Cup this season.
So, did Salah even play?
No, he didn't.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Did he play?
Oh, was
I
he
don't
injured?
recall
Or was
him-
he back?
I'm sure he was injured.
I know Liverpool just played. It
That was
Van
around
Dijk
the
and
time of
his kids.
AFCON though, so yeah.
He was
would have
injured,
been
didn't
injured.
it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
don't think so.
And
I
then
mean,
if he did play and we're
statement.
wrong, the fact that we don't remember that he played
That
says
part.
everything.
That
Yeah,
a lot.
that's true. Statement retracted.
Yeah. So
Lauren,
Not
you're too
even,
giddy for
like-
my liking, bro.
not even in a thing of where I'm trying to run an agenda, but for the level in which you're putting him at, he needs to improve. I'm sorry. I can't hear best this, best that, better than this person, this, that, and the third. Salah's even better than Mahrez at this point.
Oh, I can't go so mad. I'm sorry.
Not Mahrez.
I'm not Mahrez. I
Damn.
can't do that. I really can't. I'm
Damn.
sorry. I can't do that.
But you know what? I'm going to give Salah the benefit of the doubt a little bit. I look at his team around him, and I know you said Hazard has carried a worse team. I think the team that Liverpool have right now is just not as good as Liverpool fans just make it out to be. Like, I don't think Diaz is as good as Liverpool fans make him out to
I
be.
saw a stat. It's like they've gone behind 1-0 down like more than 20 times
Yeah,
this season.
and also Trent has been out quite a lot this season. Konate's been out quite a lot this season.
Yeah, but Konate's always out quite a lot in the
yeah,
season.
but then Van Dijk's been playing
All
with
of
a
the defenders,
baby.
apart from Van Dijk, are
He's been
always
playing
out a
with
lot.
Kwanzaa, no? He's been playing with a baby.
I don't
Yeah, but
have
isn't
sympathy.
Konate back?
Yeah, can I play today?
Yeah,
I don't
do you know
have
what? It's not
sympathy.
even sympathy. It's more of I don't expect Salah to have a great season this season because everyone else around him isn't of standard. Even where Liverpool are right now, I'm still looking at everybody else in the league like, how are we this bad to let this Liverpool team compete like this? Like, it's
But
it's
then,
really bad.
Do you know why I hear you, but I don't hear you at the same time? Because if Liverpool end up winning the league, these are the players that will get the credit for it. They will say they won the league because of Trent. They won the league because of Salah. They won the league because of Van Dijk. So for me, when you let a Crystal Palace team who hasn't won a league game since last year come to Anfield and go away with a clean sheet, I'm looking at you and I'm
That's
thinking,
crazy.
where is your Mo Salah? Like, where is he? Where is the king of Egypt? Is that not what they call him? Egyptian king running down the wing. Where is he? Missing. Like, it's just not good enough for me. And the thing is, if that's anyone else, even when City are great, the people that they like to put on their perch, KDB still holds the flag. Even when City are great and he has a bad performance, he faces the heat. So for me, regardless of the team that he has around him, if you are the man you say you are, show us.
No, Liverpool fans, that was for you. I don't want to defend Liverpool at all. I don't want to defend Mo Salah. Eden Hazard's my king, so I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, the
And
only
when
thing
you
I
needed
will,
a
the only thing
title,
I
he delivered.
the only thing I will say about the Liverpool attackers is they have missed way
Too
too many
many
chances this
chances.
season, because it's not even like I don't actually feel like chance creation has been Liverpool's problem. It's just that, like, Nunes will shoot wide, Luis Diaz will shoot wide. I think if Jota wasn't injured for the run-in, which at the end of the day you have to carry injuries, if Jota is playing in this run-in, Liverpool won't have dropped as many points as they have.
But that's the problem. It's Jota, not Salah. I think that's what you're saying, right?
What do you mean?
No, I
As in,
think
like,
Jota,
if Jota wasn't
Jota
playing-
chips in. He chips in more than what Luis Diaz is doing.
He's
or
more
what-
clinical than the rest.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
do you know who's so funny? The guy that they were so upset about getting England call up. Curtis Jones finished. He's so bro, he should have had, from when I tuned in, he should have had Liverpool 2-1 up in the space of 10 minutes with the chances that he missed today. And for me, like, okay, cool, sympathy to Mo Salah, he is their only finisher. But then again, I just can't, because the Darwin Núñez gas about him being good, this, that, and the third, especially on social media, the guy's shocking, bro. He's a terrible like, I wouldn't wish that striker on my worst enemy. I wouldn't even wish him on Tottenham. That's how bad he is.
Oh, he's a proper Spurs player, though, isn't
he?
He's out of the strikers in the league, man. He'd fit in with our squad the most.
I can't
Darwin
leave him alone, because at the end of the day, as a striker, your goals are your bread and butter. Like, look at it this way: if you put Alexander Isak in that Liverpool team,
He's banging.
Yeah, he's
all
banging
those
25, 30,
chances that
25,
he
30
would probably
goals.
be leading the Golden Boot race with the
Yeah.
amount of chances that Darwin Núñez has missed. And sometimes I can give a
100.
striker benefit of the doubt. You know, if it's a hard finish, he is missing sitters. Sitters. It's
I've sat in
ridiculous.
this exact seat and said before, like, he does all of the hard work
It's
and then
annoying.
just
His movement is so good,
and then
it
just gets there and
misses.
it's just like, no. It's like, what are you doing?
But the thing is, it's not even it's he skied it or
How
whatever.
are your
Like, it's
forefathers,
mad.
Diego Forlan, Luis Suarez, and Edison Cavani, and you're this bad at finishing. It
It's
makes
reminding me
no
when Ella
sense.
said he has to sit at training afterwards. I watched the tapes. He has to watch the tapes.
Like the caliber of strikers that Uruguay have produced.
Yeah, no,
they
it's
were
true, you're right.
finishers,
Mm.
and now they've got to rely on Darwin Núñez.
Oh well, too sad, so sad.
Wow. So yeah, looks like
can't be too-
cities to lose. Basically, is the
Again.
summary of that. Yeah,
We need to actually.
No,
I
we
think it's
need to
been
fix up.
I think it's
The
been
league needs to
cities.
rise it.
It's been cities to lose since game 1. At the end of the day.
All right, so Arsenal, you guys are going to Germany
Guten Tag.
on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Any expectations? 3-3. Is it 3-3? It was 3-3.
2-2.
2-2.
That was City.
2-2 is not a bad result going into Bayern Munich. Obviously, you sat here and you said it needs to be at least 3-0 going to the Allianz. But what do you think of your performance over the week?
Against Bayern,
Yes.
I think it was the worst defensive performance I have seen in 18 months of being an Arsenal fan.
You guys were shaky.
The back line reminded me of Arsene Wenger. No disrespect, and that's Arsene Wenger in his latter years.
I was gonna say,
I was about to
late
say the latter years.
Yeah.
I was like, not Nigel Winterburn.
No. Like, yeah, it wasn't great. I think it's about, again, just like today's game, is about taking your chances. We started very well. I think Bayern first 5 minutes, it was like Arsenal trying to fill them out. Up until they got their equaliser, I think Arsenal in control. Saka, for me, amazing goal. And then it was the chance to put us 2-0 up, but it fell to the wrong player, I suppose. Like, Ben White, people like he should be finishing that, but I'm thinking he's a right back. He's not a right back, centre back / you expect him to. It's not like if it's a forward player there and they miss that chance, that is unforgivable. But for me, it's a defender. Sometimes they're gonna get them, sometimes they're not. Ben White has never been one of those defenders or fullbacks that are known for getting goals. Like, it's not like he's a Trent where
Or Reece James. That's a Reece James in there somehow. Sorry.
Read it through, man.
He's not one of those guys that you expect him to go through on goal, and even though he's a defender, he's going to put it in the back of the net. So I wasn't angry at Ben White for that. And then I think Bayern came into the game. As much as I don't rate Tuchel, I can be honest, tactically he set up his team very well at the Emirates. And the players that I expected to cause us trouble done exactly that. I think for me, Musiala, it was a quiet game for him.
Yeah.
But Sané. Leroy Sané.
He was the best player on the pitch.
There was people, I remember when I was speaking to Arsenal fans earlier in the week, they were speaking about Sané's goal record, and I'm just like, this is how I know you guys don't be watching football, because the guy is so effective. Despite the fact that he hasn't scored in like 5 months, every time he got on the ball, for me, you could smell the danger. Like, you could smell it. Gnabry, I wasn't angry that he celebrated. Arsenal done him dirty. I don't really think it was a thing where Arsenal fans will be upset. He still got clapped off when it was his time to get substituted. And it's a tough ask to win in Germany. Like, as much as Bayern right now are not at their best, again, Arsenal's mentality will have to get them through that game. And as of right now, I still cannot tell you confidently that we have the mentality to get through that game at the Allianz. Like, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys seen the clip going around on social media, the City clip, where you can hear the Bayern fans. City were 3-0 up before they went to the Allianz, and the Bayern fans still believed that they can turn the tie around. Right now the tie's 2-2. It will take, as I said in the first leg, Arsenal to be at their very best to make that semi-final.
And the league's done now.
Definitely can't have we definitely
No, I meant the Bundesliga, as in the fans have only got the Champions League. I'm sorry, I wasn't being that rude. I meant the Bundesliga.
That's what I was like, ma'am.
Yeah, so the fans are going to switch their attention, just champs only.
Yeah. And I think another thing that is in Arsenal's favour, Alphonso Davies is suspended. Sané and Coman, is it Sané? No, Gnabry and Coman are injured. So it will be...
They won't be back in time?
No, Coman tore his thigh or whatever it was.
Done, and Gnabry's a hamstring. So
yeah. Sané will
it will
be there.
be Sané,
Musiala,
and Kane.
Yeah,
and probably Thomas Muller will play, who has tons and tons of experience. And I think even in the first leg, you could see Bayern's experience. I don't think we deserve to end that game losing. So I would say a draw is probably a fair result based on the 90 minutes overall. But for me, I'm going to be honest, I don't see Arsenal going through. Sorry. If they do, don't get me wrong, I'll be happy. But I'm not going to be one of those Arsenal fans that are just going to sit here and blindlessly believe based off pure hope and no evidence, because I'm not stupid.
I hate to pull this back, but the Saka penalty shout at the end of the game.
It's a pen.
Does anyone disagree?
Me.
Tell me why. Why do you not think that
Because I don't think he's smart enough. I think he tries to cause the contact. And for me, I'm in that position. I personally don't understand why you either don't shoot or you don't try to round the goalkeeper. I don't understand why he doesn't try to do that. I think if he actually carried on his normal stride, if Neuer takes him out, then it's a clear penalty.
No. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get angry all over again.
Like,
I managed to calm myself
I
down.
hate to bring this
No,
up.
but it's a pen, and the reason why I say it's a pen, right, is because Saka is looking to jump over Manuel Neuer because he comes rushing out, and people are talking about there was
That's
no
what I
contact, right? Manuel Neuer is smart. He used his experience on Saka, to me, because if you look at the replay from the other angle, the timing of where Neuer planted his foot to the ground is the time that the contact was made, right? And I think the ref bottled it. I agree. I think if that's a Harry Kane or a Suarez or a forward that's slightly a bit more intelligent than Saka, they 100% get that penalty, right? Sometimes
that's my
forwards
point.
have to do it. But I think there is enough contact made there from Neuer that is a penalty, bro. And at the end of the day, if you look at the rules, the goalkeeper comes out in the penalty box, he doesn't get the ball, the man is on the floor, Saka did not dive, there's contact, it's a pen. Like, and what really annoys me is the fact that it didn't even go to VAR. Review. If you're not sure, I think the ref bottled it.
Just the ref bottled the handball as well.
But he didn't, because by law there's no advantage.
That's still a penalty. But
Thank you.
What irritates me about this whole Saka penalty debacle, is I think people are honing in more on the fact that he didn't go round the goalie and try and go for goal, rather than the fact that there was actual contact there.
That's what Ian Wright said.
Everyone's saying it's not a penalty because he went for it. If as a goalkeeper, an experienced goalkeeper, you put your foot out, you get the ball, or you give away a penalty, that's just it. He didn't get the ball. Saka goes down. It's a penalty. And I don't think people are arguing about this.
Saka's lack of experience there. At the end of the day, just because there's contact doesn't necessarily mean that a penalty has to be given away. Saka needed to buy that penalty. He didn't buy the penalty. It made it look like he jumped into Neuer to cause that contact.
I was going to say,
because of his lack of experience in that situation.
It's just a shame at where his leg was at that specific moment, because that made it look like he was trying to buy it, and that's why the ref didn't.
But do you know another reason why I think Saka done that? I think there was a penalty incident in the Premier League where Saka did stay on his feet. If he had gone down, it would have been
compare the Premier League referee.
I'm not talking about the referee. I'm talking about the player. I'm saying the reason why I think Saka goes down there instead of trying to stay on his feet, because the last time where there was contact and he stayed on his feet, and if he had fallen over, the ref blows whistle for a pen. I think in his mind he's thinking, the last time this happened to me, I tried to be honest, even though he did get fouled, and it never resulted in a goal. And I hear what you guys are saying in terms of maybe he didn't sell it well enough, but for me, it's not a dive that he has to sell. It's a stone wall penalty. Like, I personally, if you replay the clip, in the speed in which Saka is running at, right, he tries to jump over Manuel Neuer. If you slow it down, you look at the way his foot is moving. In that specific sequence, there is nowhere else for Bukayo Saka to put his foot. Everyone's talking about he should have done this, he should have done that. I personally think the way he was playing that game as well, because for me he was our best player on the pitch. If he had the space to round Manuel Neuer, he's rounding Manuel Neuer. But Neuer used his experience. If you look at it from the other angle, when Neuer goes to plant his foot, that's when the contact is made. And then all of a sudden he's like, what? Like, I didn't move, I wasn't in your way, you should have went around me. But if you pause it, Neuer's foot is not on the floor. So all of this, the goalkeeper's legs are planted, Saka's diving. That's not true.
I don't even get where people got the goalkeeper's legs planted. Neuer's leg literally moved from here to there.
But this is the thing.
To there.
Neuer played the whole sequence like somebody that knew how to escape that penalty. And that's my point. We can talk about where Neuer planted his, and I take your point in terms of where he planted his leg. My point is if Saka has to learn, he generally has to learn in those situations, because you for me it's not stone wall. And the fact that we're sat here debating it, and you've got loads of people are saying it's a penalty, some people are saying it's not. We are sat here debating, which means he doesn't play that situation properly to guarantee himself a penalty.
But for me,
he doesn't.
I don't think I think the conversation's wrong surrounding this, and the reason why is because people are saying, yeah, there's contact in what for me is a goal scoring opportunity, by the way, because everyone else in that Bayern team is out. That ball from Partey took the entire defense out. It's Saka and Neuer, right? For me, the conversation shouldn't be that a forward, let's take Arsenal out of it. In that situation, a forward shouldn't have to sell a penalty. It's either a penalty or it's not a penalty.
Period.
Or what are we
But
doing?
yeah, but
you can't
we're
come
not
out.
living in those times.
I feel like people
We're
are
not living in
punishing
those
Saka
times.
for not acting as
Yeah,
well as
and
they,
that's
as
what
he
that's
should've.
what makes
Yeah, because
me.
And
that's
that's
what experience is. The
But
same
that's-
way
that's
Neuer's
what-
doing
that's
this.
what makes me
uncomfortable,
That's
because
the
now-
experience.
That's
Then
crazy.
essentially what we're saying is we are giving credit to Manuel Neuer for essentially fouling Saka, but being smart enough to not get caught. And for me, it's like, okay, cool. Rivals are gonna sit there, laugh, and run agenda. Is a rival player? It's funny, he, ha ha. But then when it's your said player in that same situation, you are going to be.
But the thing is,
exactly-
I've
and
experienced.
that's exactly
I
what
have
I said. That's
experienced
exactly what I said on the
that
night.
with Harry Kane. Harry Kane will always win that penalty. He will always win that penalty because he uses his experience to
But
get
basically,
himself that
but
penalty.
now we're saying that we're saying we're rewarding people for duping the ref, and that's a
This is
slippery
the time
slope.
that we're living in.
It's just a slippery slope. If it had gone
This
to
is-
VAR, you would have got the pen, and that's
100%.
for me. It's just like
But it's not a clear and obvious error.
It is a
It is.
clear.
I don't think that's a clear.
That is
if
clear.
we can still sit here and we can sit
and
here and
obvious.
be debating, and the way we were debating in
But
the group
but
chat,
the
going
thing
backwards
is-
and forwards, backwards and forwards,
But Lauren,
that's not a clear and obvious
but
error.
Lauren, if there's contact in the box, yeah,
It's not contact in the box doesn't necessarily mean it's a
but
penalty.
if there's contact in the box, I'm not saying it's a penalty, but I'm saying 9 times out of 10 it is reviewed.
Oh,
Regardless, it is
I'm-
reviewed.
I'm-
And if it goes to VAR, in my opinion, slow down, rewound, all of that, looking at all the different angles, Manuel Neuer's in the wrong. It is a pen. Because if you put Neuer
But that's
outside,
in your, that's
but
in your
if you
opinion.
put,
I agree they should have
if
reviewed
you
it,
put
but I don't
Neuer,
personally think that's a clear and
if you
obvious
put
error.
Neuer outside of the
That's
box,
a free kick.
it's a free kick and a red card.
But we say this all the time.
But it's
anywhere
true.
anywhere else on the
But
pitch
it's
is a foul.
facts.
Yeah, but this is the situation that we are living in.
That doesn't make
It doesn't make it right.
It doesn't. But it's reality.
Yeah,
it's
but
reality.
then
Nah,
so
man,
you've
we
got
can't
to try.
accept
You have
that
to
as
buy yourself
reality.
that
You got to
penalty.
challenge
thing is,
that.
The
yeah,
same way we're
with-
talking about the the Dallo challenge in the United
You've
game.
got to challenge all
You
of
have
these
to
things.
sell yourself to
Aaron
penalty.
Wan-Bissaka. And do you know what I found funny? Liverpool fans and the audacity to say that wasn't a pen when when it was Harvey Elliott, or was it at Old Trafford? All of a sudden, yeah, it's a pen.
Yeah, people are fickle.
Wan-Bissaka doesn't take the ball, but he doesn't take the man either. And Harvey Elliott initiated the contact, but it's still deemed a foul. And I think, Lauren, I agree with you. Not every challenge in the penalty area is a penalty. If it's like, we go shoulder to shoulder, or it's like you get most of the ball, you take the man after this, that, and the third. But I think in that specific scenario where if the goalkeeper isn't in the way, Saka puts the ball in an empty net, the least you could do is review it.
No, I agree. It should have been. I
And it's
think
like,
it should have been.
still then, if
you
you
should
still
review
don't
it.
agree that it's a pen, then fair enough. I don't agree with the ref, but at least then you've covered all bases. Do you know
No,
what?
you should
Literally,
review it. You
yeah.
should
It
review it.
literally, and do you know what pissed me off as well? I don't know if you guys saw this. Yeah, I was
the
so
fact
angry.
that he ran like a
wasn't
thief in the
even-
night.
It wasn't even the ref that was running. People were saying Saka dived. Do you know how long he was on the floor for after? And the people say it's no contact. Like, what the hell are we talking about
Do you know what
here?
I found fucking hilarious? Saka's on the floor. You just hear the Champions League music playing. I thought the ref blew the whistle to review VAR. He blew for full time. I was like, no fucking
That was his first.
way.
That was his first.
Champions League game.
And I
innit?
think it should be his last.
That
It
was his
should,
first
because
Champions League game.
but again,
It was not
with
great
the
refereeing.
The handball, I'm sorry, you have to play to the rules. I don't care the
With
occasion.
the handball, he was like, "Oh, it's a quarter final. It doesn't live up to a quarter final kind of."
Exactly. That's not for you
penalty."
to decide.
What?
It's not for you to decide.
You're making up your own rules
Yeah.
as you're going along. Like, come on, the whole match and the refereeing and the officiating was absolutely
You could tell.
atrocious.
You could tell he was inexperienced, but for me, it was just like, bro, like, review the play. And then if it's a thing where, let's say Arsenal go out by a goal, that decision is going to be
It's gonna
all
haunt you lot.
everyone is
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Like,
Yeah.
we should have had a pen. We should have had
Them
a
the
pen. And
breaks.
then again, there's no guarantee that Saka
No,
scores a
because
pen.
Man City will still talk about the Sterling offside in Spurs.
But they still talk about it to this day, though. It's like crazy.
It's a piece
But,
of history. You can't lie.
The other Champions League game, though,
Man City, Real Madrid,
Boy.
City should have been put in the
Tasty.
dirt.
tasty.
Oh, before we move on, thank you, Harry. I asked for a goal. Well, actually, I asked for a hat trick, but I'll take one.
I knew he was gonna get a pen though.
Yeah.
Have to.
Because
Do you know
even I tweeted like literally in capital letters, yeah, tonight requires the highest form of concentration from our defenders. When the ref blew for a penalty, I just said, yeah, man, written.
Do you know what was so funny? Two things. One, I listened to the episode after the game had been played, so it was hilarious listening to that
in
rock solid
hindsight.
defense, all of this, all of that. Yeah, we 3-0, all of this. That was hilarious. And then the second thing is the scarves when Harry Kane stepping up for his penalty and the whistling.
That was really
dead
sad.
silence and all the scarves dropped.
That was
Everyone does that,
enjoyed
though.
Yeah, of course.
I
Everyone
enjoyed it.
does that, but it's
I
like, you know, when you
enjoyed
actually
it.
see it, it was just like, oh.
Yeah,
Because
but
usually
that was
there's
cinema.
at least away
even
fans
for
to
that
like keep
pen-
up some noise.
Yeah,
For
that was
pen,
cinema,
and
man.
if we go to our second penalty shootout in our second knockout game, Raya for me has to be a lot better. Like, he made that so easy.
Yeah, Kane said it in his interview. He knew Raya would dive early, so that's why he changed his technique.
Don't get me wrong. For me, Harry Kane is one of the best penalty takers in the world. So it's like 9 times out of 10, the ball's gonna. But at least let him think about it. Like, you just went, oh, I'm gonna go this way. Kane just went, yeah, see ya. All right, no problem. Back at 1-1. But yeah, I hope Arteta has learned all that he needed to learn from the first leg. Midfield. Sorry, Declan Rice. Absolutely shocking.
You don't actually have to look at me every time that you cuss him, okay?
He was no against
It's
Bayern.
like she wants to offer refund.
He's not my boyfriend. If you want to send him back, I'll have him back.
I'm complaining to customer services.
But for me, I feel like that night on the big European stage, when everyone called me negative, do you know when we posted about it as well? There was an Arsenal fan in the comments talking about, how's your opinion changed? Do you know, after that game, I felt like going back and I was like, do you see what I'm talking about now?
Yeah,
the
the
Golden
lights
Lights
are
out.
brighter in
I
the
took off
Champions
the
League.
comments
man.
on that one, but the comments were too much.
Did you?
Yeah, the comments were coming in thick and fast. I turned it off.
Yeah, so no. Shut up. For me, it was just like, that there is the improvement that I need in Rice's game when you go against these top tier teams. Because even when you look at Leon Goretzka's performance, he had Rice in a blender. It was bad. So Allianz, if it's him and Partey, if it's him and Jorginho, God forbid it be Jorginho, I swear to God. Anyways, you know,
Champions League heritage, Jorginho.
that's fine. He can be heritage from the bench. I just need a better performance. But yeah, we can move on to City and Madrid and City now.
I think Real Madrid and City was a classic. That was a
Yeah,
great,
that was a
High
freaking
quality.
High quality
game.
game.
High quality.
That was the one that was on the big screen. Arsenal was on their little laptop. Like that.
So I needed the big for the hate watch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you know what it is though? I watched that game. I rewatched the entire game because I love Madrid, like my favorite side team. But for me, I think you see City's quality show. Because for me, they didn't play at their best, but they scored 3 very, very, very... No, sorry, take that back. 2 very, very good goals. And the first one, that goalkeeper needs to hang his head in absolute shame. And then on Madrid's side of things, I think it's similar to what they've been doing. Vinicius Jr. should have had a hat-trick. For me, especially against... If there's any team in the Champions League where you need to take your chances, it's Manchester City.
Yeah.
And... for me, for him to miss that amount of chances, City's best player in KDB didn't play because he had a stomach bug in the beginning.
He was vomiting.
He maybe got nervous, you know.
Oh,
And
goodness.
his
He
name's
said
not
he had
Christensen.
food poisoning from the hotel.
Come on, man.
Interesting. But yeah, it's just like, for me now, I don't see how Real Madrid... I don't see how Real Madrid turn this around. I think they're out. And that's really sad, but I don't see how they went at the Etihad. And again, they're also missing Tchouaméni. He got a yellow card 40 seconds into the game.
Stupid.
Like,
man.
it was just
so
like...
stupid.
I even missed it. And like,
He
fuck,
is
Tchouaméni's
so
been hair.
stupid.
Yeah, and
you would think he didn't know that he was on yellow. He's so
Game
dumb.
management, man. Game
yeah,
management.
I think Nacho for me alongside Rudiger.
It wasn't working,
I don't know how that's gonna work. We saw what happened last time because I think Militao got injured the last time this fixture, and he's not ready to play either.
Boy.
But let's give credit to Rudiger for the job that he done on Haaland.
No,
And Chelsea
like,
fans will still sit here and tell you Rudiger was the problem at Chelsea. Don't worry.
No,
Rudiger, you
the
can tell
job-
how much he enjoys.
He loves
He
it.
loves
it. This is
He
like
loves
he
the
loves
chaos.
It's,
He
it.
loves
it's his bread and butter.
it.
He's
It's
a defender
honestly-
that
Oh.
loves defending. Like I rate him.
Yeah.
like.
He
It
loves
was
it,
good.
man.
Yeah, it was good.
He treats defending as if he's scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God almighty.
But yeah, I think
Sorry,
City
it's
go
personal for
through,
me.
and if God is on our side, maybe Arsenal go through. But I don't see it happening. But I would love for that to be the reality. And also, Gabriel Jesus must start the Champions League game, even though as shocking as he was today. For me, he's a Champions League type player, unpredictable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you lost me a bit.
Yeah, we were
At the
all
start,
looking at
yeah.
you like, not
Like,
sure,
wait.
but then I hear that.
No,
Did I
yeah,
get you?
his
His Champions League record's actually decent, isn't it?
is good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. So that's it.
Come, Loz, predictions for the Champions League midweek?
Bayern to go through. I just think it's a tough ask to go to the Allianz. With their experience, and yeah, City, Madrid needed to take something to the Etihad. It's a tough ask again to go there and win. And also, I think even though we've been looking at City sideways defensively, they will concede goals, but they'll outscore you. It's not like last season where they were like clean sheet shutouts, but they have goals. And if Foden plays, if KDB turns up, if Haaland gets a chance in front of him,
He's gonna miss.
scoring.
Maybe 2-3 chances now.
The fact that those two games are on the same day, though, is criminal.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
I'm not paying for BT Sport to be having to do dual
I'm gonna miss them
screens.
as well. I've got Bryson
Crazy.
Tillers on Wednesday.
Pip,
Yeah.
predictions?
Same, and they're going to be very spicy games. I'm excited. We're going to bring the second TV into the front room.
Hey.
She said 2 TVs
That is crazy.
at once.
It's
No, the
a football
multi-screen
house.
the multi-screen setup for
It's a football household. The laptop ain't gonna cut
Tuesday,
it.
Yeah.
That is such a shout. I might get my other monitor and put it side by side. I'm gonna do that. I'm going Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. I just hope Real Madrid can do something like that. 1-0 Jamie win. I just really hope.
Why do you hope?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Yeah, I don't hate Man City, but Bayern Munich ain't gonna cause them no trouble if Bayern Munich go through. If Man City goes through, it has to be Arsenal to go through to play them in the semi-final. That's the only way I see Man City not going to the final. But then that means Arsenal goes to the final, and I don't want that either.
So you don't, I mean, not that you would want anybody to go to the final because it's not your team, but like,
No,
you would really mind if City went to the final.
because City will win it.
And then they tie
And it's not even that. It's not that they tie Chelsea.
Because I was wondering.
It's not even just that they tie
Arsenal
Chelsea. I don't really look at City as like Chelsea's rival, so I don't really care if they tie Chelsea. It's kind of like Man United. I don't really care how many Champions Leagues they've got, right? But they will be the first English team to go back to back with Champions Leagues. Only Real Madrid has done that.
Got it.
Only Real
Thank you.
Madrid has
Okay,
has done
There
that.
was an angle. I just needed to find out what the angle was.
That's the angle.
But what's your issue?
Are you done? Do you know what that holds?
It's,
For English clubs, do you know what that
because
holds?
It's a record that they don't. She doesn't have.
It's a record that no one in the
No
country
one has
and
it.
she doesn't want City to be the first team to have
Does
it.
What? So how long do we
Do you
have to
know
wait
what?
for Chelsea to do that?
If you want a Champions League, you'll know. You understand. Anyways, guys, so we have come
so
to the.
So
no,
should
honestly,
we wait 10, 15 years for Chelsea to come back?
No,
And-
She's not saying
Break
that
that
she
record.
wants it to be
You just want it to be
Chelsea.
vacant.
She just
Yes,
doesn't
you
want
just
it to
want
be
it
an
to be
English
vacant.
team.
I just don't want it to be an
And
English
hopefully, if
team.
it was, she would hope that it's her team.
Pata, I don't want it to be no English team. I'm speaking Yoruba for you. No one can get that. Real Madrid's got it. Let's leave it as that, please. I cannot.
I don't. To be honest, I don't business. It's not
So-
Arsenal.
won
so
it,
Guys,
you
you shouldn't
either won
involve me in these conversations.
Arsenal
Have I ever heard that music
and
at my
City.
ground?
So you want Arsenal, you want Arsenal and City semi-final or Madrid and Bayern semi-final? Like
Yes.
no vice versa.
No, because I think if you reverse it, I think Man City will beat Bayern Munich,
And you think Real Madrid will beat Arsenal,
and I think Real Madrid will beat Arsenal.
but you think City and Arsenal could?
City and Arsenal, I think Arsenal will win.
That's crazy. Arsenal have to go to Etihad and win.
It's not. It's about your home form. I'm so sorry. Pep going to Emirates. I don't believe that Pep will give the performance that he would have given at Real Madrid, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I think Arteta, you guys will have his number for sure. But anyway, it looks like Bayern Munich are going to go through anyway, so it doesn't
Who do you
matter.
think on the other side, out of the maybe Atleti? They look really.
Atleti's definitely.
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
Don't. I promise you. Yeah, no, I don't promise you. But Atletico Madrid's away form is tragic. Like it is, and I think from what I saw, because I watched the highlights. Because let's be honest, everyone was watching Mbappe stink it out against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't do 2 screens for that.
Dortmund, they kind of got into the game eventually, and when they did, they looked like they could score. So for me, Atletico Madrid away in the Champions League, they haven't been great. And make no mistake, they will be up for that game in Dortmund. They also have nothing else to fight for.
Yeah, that yellow wall.
And a
but
Champions League semi-final against either Barca or
It's going to be Barca.
PSG. No, listen, yeah. Dembele, what have you got for me, bro? I need Xavi
it's
Hernandez.
not what you hope, it's what you think.
Ouch.
It's-
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
For me personally, I think PSG can turn the tie around. I don't see Mbappe having that
Another
bad of a
stinker.
game that he did. And I also think what Luis Enrique done wrong is that PSG never had a focal point up top, right? So it was like Barcola, Koundé and Araujo could all turn their attention to Mbappe. And anytime Koundé wasn't there, Araujo was there, Barcola was there. And I think if you put a 9 that at least occupies the centre backs, then it's just Mbappe and Koundé. And I think Dembele as well, I called it, Curler, top bins, another top bins. It's coming. Barca going
To
home.
be fair, it was Enrique that did the 6-1 against PSG the other time.
Yeah, but he
And now
had
he's
MSN.
PSG's. Yeah, he had Messi, Neymar, Suarez. That's true. Right, so it's gonna be a hectic week next week of Champions League football. Let's see who actually goes through. Let's see if Shai makes recording next week.
I don't run.
Are you booked in for next week though?
Absolutely. And I will be here in my
Okay.
seat.
Cool.
That's don't run, but how
Nah,
many
me,
big
I tried-
games?
I
have you
wasn't
been-
in the country. I was taking in the views of the world.
The views of the,
the views of the world.
Sis here wants
It's
to travel.
worldwide.
She wants to eat, pray, love. Let her eat, pray, love. Okay.
Nah, you know, yeah, everyone tries to make it out like I'm just
It was
running.
just so convenient.
It's not my fault, baby. My flight was booked.
All right, guys.
Her bags were packed.
And I was
Make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms at Gold Diggers UK on Twitter, at Gold Diggers UK _ on Instagram, at Gold Diggers UK on TikTok, and make sure you follow us all individually as well. But until next week, we'll see you again.